So it's been a while since my last draft, and this is a M12 draft Swiss, and probably one of my last M12 drafts. So let's see if we can do it right and win some matches. A Grim Lavamancer, okay, I like that card, but I also like a Oblivion Ring. And I like Baltar Sphinx. Arachnos Web is fine too. Well, so let's see what else. Goblin Arsonist. So if I take a Lavamancer, there are some more quite good red cards in. If I take the Oblivion Ring, there is the not too highly picked Griffin Rider in. If I take the Bell Tower Sphinx, that would be okay too, but I think a removal is best to pick early, and Oblivion Ring is removal for nearly everything, so I take that over Arachnos Web, Grim Lavamancer and Sphinx. So there again is this personal sanctuary. Would be fun to have this combo with mana barbs. But what else? This pack is quite weak. Aura Monster. What has been picked? Not even an uncommon, not the rare. Probably a Doomblade or something. Yeah, this pack doesn't contain much. So Aura Monster would be probably the pick here, but in this case I just take the Sanctuary or whatever. Maybe I should pick the Oromancer, but I take the Sanctuary here and hope to see some funny things like mana barbs, which I can pick. So in this pack is a bit more again. Okay, here's an uncommon missing. Stave Off is probably the best card in white here. Acidic Slime, a good 2-for-1 card. Thrum Golem can be fine with Divine Favors and Spirit Mantles and stuff. So again, Aura Monster here. Blue coming too. But I picked the white here. I guess black is being picked heavily to my right. And probably red too. So Stave Off should be mine. Yeah, white was not picked on the right side for the last 3 picks. Interestingly, red is still in here, the best red bloodthirst creature, probably. Black I thought was being picked, but it doesn't look like. Well, okay, so there could have been much black in this pack. So much green. Again, no one really playing green, but I think Gideon's Lawkeeper is quite a good sign. Someone has been picking white out of this pack, probably, but if he didn't pick the Lawkeeper, well then probably he picked a Serra Angel or something, but Lawkeeper is fine. Well, again, quite a lot white here now for change. And green open again. Probably I should pick this Arachnos Web, or should I take the Ice Cage? But in general, the web is better than the Ice Cage. Of course, this can fall off instantly, with a spell or ability targeting, and this only at end of turn, beginning of the end step. Maybe I should pick the Mastodon, but I think the web is reasonably better than the 3/5 vanilla creature to be picked over that. Divine Favor, maybe. It is quite useful, makes your creatures much tougher, +3, and so they are more relevant for blocking and can attack into the opponent's armies. I thought black was being picked highly from my opponents, but not so sure about that now, after seeing so much black. Okay, here I could take the Carnage Worm. It's quite a beast. Or I could take the mana fixing Sun Petal Grove. Well, this Carnage Worm should be fine. Yeah, I take that, why not? Elite Vanguard, fine. Very relevant creature in the beginning of the game, and later on not the worst draw. It trades with many beaters, so I could take the Greater Basilisk too, but the double green commitment maybe is not so good. Lurking Crocodile would be nice too against blue opponents, but at this point I think the Vanguard is just the best card. Okay, one web, one ring. I think I could use another Arachnus Web, though this Griffin Rider here is interesting that it came around. Well, it wasn't my pack. I don't know. But again, the Arachnus Web is fine, removal, so I take that. Hope to see some more Griffins and Riders later on. Here I probably don't want to run into a negate. I didn't see many players playing Slaughtercry. I don't think Alluring Siren would annoy me too much, so I picked the negate. Divine Favor, second one. I might want to play that. Maybe I will see some Auramancers, or maybe even this Enchantress, Mesa Enchantress. Yeah, I don't think I need the fog, and I'm not too concerned about the Mesmerists. Oh. As I'm playing green, Hunter's Insight might be interesting. No, nothing here. Maybe I should just take the basic land. And again, the land. And the land. Probably I just can hide this negate. Wow. So, mythic, rare. In the color I already picked. Double green. But that should be fine. Of course, a mind control is quite a thing. If I play against that and my Hydra or my Carnage Worm gets mind controlled, I would be screwed. but probably that risk you have to take. Sengir Vampire very good too. Devouring Swarm, Fire Slingers are fine, Arachnus Web, Griffin, Rider, okay. Well, probably I won't see that back and that neither, but we will see. Day of Judgment. Wow, I love that card. Yeah, nothing more to say. That's such a card advantage. You can use it to blast the opponent's field and then play your creatures. Of course, it destroys all creatures, but you decide when to play that. So that's much to your advantage. Shock's fine. Companion is okay. I would like to have Alabaster Mage. This will definitely not come around. But okay. I won't complain if I get the Day of Judgment. Reinforcements. Vanguard. Birds. Birds with Divine Favor? Makes it useful later on too. Elite Vanguard is a great card, and Timely is fine. That's an interesting question. So this pack is good. I would take this whole pack here, and be that the second pack's picks for me. Yeah, I think in this case I want the birds, mana acceleration, and I will play those divine favors on that. I would love to have the other Vanguard too, but okay, so I can have big green creatures, so I don't know if I need the Siege Mastodon. On the other hand, how many divine favors I would play? I'd rather have a Spirit Mantle, but I'm not sure if I see that this draft. Oh, no, I don't think I want this Glade Cover Scout. Well, probably I should take just the Mastodon to have some big creatures. I don't think I want to play more than 2 Divine Favors. Yeah, I think I'll take this creature here. That's okay so far. Timely Reinforcements number 2. Wow. I could take the Basilisk too. Okay, so with Timely you have to play Wise, wait until your opponent plays something and then do your trick. Of course, Warhorse is a very good creature. It stops many small creatures. It can attack into many situations. With this 2/3, it's very good. But I don't think I want to have this 2 white commitment, 2 white mana. So I rather take the Timely and try to make that work. So here I probably want this Basilisk, another 5-drop which stops all foot soldiers or ground-bound creatures. The trick would be nice too. Don't think I want the Brindleboar. Merfolk Looter. Okay, so there's some blue being passed quite a long way, but I want this basilisk. Okay, so as I said, I have the option to have big green creatures, although many times I've seen this stampeding rhino played. It was not very relevant to the board. I don't know why this 4/4 seems to be an awkward spot. He's being stopped by this 3/5s. But I think it's better than the dignitary, and I don't think I want to pick the naturalize here, so it's the rhino. Okay, well, I don't think I want a second sanctuary. Another rhino, another mastodon. I could have naturalizes, so I don't think I want the demystify. At least not too bad. Well, maybe I need the dignitary, but it's such a lame creature. Then again, I can't just take 5 mana creatures. I have to watch my mana curve. So this was the pick. And I wonder why these goblins are still in here. They are fine creatures. And I really can't see why they're not picked. Maybe there are not so many players playing red this time, which would be quite strange, because red and black of course are judged as the most powerful colors. Okay, maybe I want to have lure as a sideboard option. Forest, okay, foil forest. Well, I think lure is better than a foil forest, so I pick that. Lifelink or Pride Guardian. Maybe the Pride Guardian as some kind of sideboard option. Reclaim. Don't think I play that. I rather hate this Goliath. Autumn's Wail, that could even be a card. Blue or black spells. I think that might be sideboard against blue counter magic. Foil wall. Okay, I don't care. Probably I can hide that. So 19 cards, 10 creatures, and a Dungrown Elder, and a Serra Angel. So this dude is hexproof, but it's only as big as I have forests, and as I'm playing 2 colors, it mostly won't be bigger than 3, 4, and only grow if I got land flooded. So I'm pretty sure the best pick here is the flyer 4/4 vigilance, which is just amazing. As good as ever. Serra Angel. Jade Mage would be fine. Benelish Veteran, Trollhide, everything. Again, a nice pack for my colors. But I have to take the Serra Angel, and that's settled. So here, Griffins, for example, for my Griffin Rider, could take the Sacred Wolf, which would be nice with a favor, divine favor, as a 4/4. but 2 cards to get a 4/4. No, I'd rather have the Griffin, some flyers. Of course, Llanowar Elves would be nice too. Yeah, but the Griffin is best here. Oh, Riders. And a Spirit Mantle. As much as I would like to have Griffin Riders, I don't have many, just one Griffin here, so I do not bet to make them flying at 4/4. Crone would be fine too in this deck. Control over the opponent's creatures. I think Spirit Mantle is even better. So this is this. Griffin Sentinel. Of course, a Pledge would be fine too. Scepter is not necessary for my deck. Don't need Bloodthirst Enablers. And don't need this ping effect. Of course, Plummet would be fine too, but I need some more creatures here. And in the three slot. So that's my card. So having 2 Griffins, I don't think that's the time to pick more Griffin Riders. One would be risky enough to play that. Could take the Dignitary, or I take the Rampant Growth for mana fixing and acceleration. The Llanowar Elf would be better for this task, more welcome, but I don't count on seeing this card later, so I take the Rampant Growth here. And there's another Griffin. Oh, and this Grand Abolisher. That's a good card. During my turns, my opponents can't bother me. No tricks during my turns. But the Griffin, the Peregrine Griffin, would make my Griffin Rider more valuable. So I have to consider that now. And in that case, I take the Griffin. This first striking 2/4 flyer is more relevant. Although this Grand Abolisher did some good work for me in the past. I can say that. Call to the Grave could be a problem, and a Greatsword would be nice. On what? I had the idea the Greatsword would be fine, as I was thinking about which creature. Well, obviously on the Sentinel it's good, but also on the Basilisk and Serra Angel and whatnot. But okay, I take the Sacred Wolf, which goes fine with the enchantments. Some more creatures again. This time I could take the Auramancer for my enchantments, but I think having a Plummet is good too. So I take that. I don't want to be cancelled, so this goes away. And here a Demystify is fine. What else could I sort out here? 27 cards is too much. I think I hide this Rhino, and I don't really want to play the Dignitary. Probably I will get lost, I will lose one Divine Favor. Oh, wow, both Griffins came back, Griffin Riders came back. I will lose one Divine Favor for the Spirit Mantle, and Demystify would be sideboard. plummet maybe sideboard 2. So I got a foil Griffin Rider and I get a Guardian's Pledge. And another Griffin Rider. Okay. So no one playing Griffins here, eh? Well, that does not look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. 27 cards. Okay, still some cuts to be done. Something like... yeah, let's see. Let's go main. That's arguable. Okay. Definitely not. So, how many Griffin Riders? Of course, the foil one. I think I play one of those. Griffin. No. Probably not. Well, I can sort this. So those three are somewhat sideboard cards. This was a maybe. Sarah. So, Siege Mastodon. I have to think about that. Let's sort this a bit more. So, this is a no stack, and this is all options. This is sideboard, 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 and these are options for the last card for this deck. Have a look at the mana curve. Okay, that doesn't look too awkward, especially having those two mana accelerations. Birds of Paradise and Rampant Growth. That's nice. Timely counts as a creature somehow. So this is 13 creatures already. That's a lot of removal. And I'm having 1, 2, 3 Griffins for 1 Griffin Rider. I think I don't want to bet on 2 Griffin Riders then. So 13 creatures. I could play the Hunter's Insight, which is a bit situational. I could play one more creature, probably a white creature, for the Guardian's Pledge. I could get lost, could lose the Guardian's Pledge and play more creatures, or another Divine Favor. For mana curve reasons, I should play the Dignitary. But it's such an ugly beast. This 1/4, of course, it has an effect, but It's so strange. This creature alone does not do much. And then if I play this white creature too, I think I should add the Guardian's Pledge again. So something like 13 to 14 creatures with the timely reinforcements. For removal, one tapper. So what does this deck try to do? Play some early, try to do some early damage or hold the ground. Might take one damage or two and play my timely. Might play the Sacred Wolf and Divine Favor or Spirit Mantle it. Maybe I should not play the Guardian's Pledge, but a second Divine Favor, so that I can make my creatures bigger. And then if my opponent 2-for wants me too much with those enchantments, I can change them for Guardian's Pledge and Hunter's Insight or something. So the Sacred Wolf, I try to stop my opponent's stuff, I make my stuff big and more relevant. I get in the air, and finally I try to play something really huge and win the game with that. So I might be okay with creatures like Stonehorn Dignitary and Peregrine Griffin and stuff which can stop my opponent's attacks. So, okay, let's add some land. 10, 7. Okay, yeah, sounds fair. Done. Let's see if we have some nice... Well, it's just a standard land. So much for that. Okay, so that's the deck, and let's see in round 1.